quickly. So I just wanted to show you a little thing today. I've actually been getting on with some painting today. I've been painting some Frostgrave figures, and I thought I'd share some thoughts on a particular product that I use for doing my snowy bases. So without further ado, we're going to cut to a little video that I shot earlier just to talk to you about one of my favourite snow products. So I just wanted to share with you one of my favourite snow products that I've come across, and it's this Tamiya diorama texture paint. It's awesome stuff. I mean, it goes on, this can be difficult to apply, but when it dries it is rock hard, and gives a very realistic looking snow effect, particularly if you want sort of like comfy snow. And you can make it smooth with a brush, or you can leave it rough so it looks like it's been trampled. You can add colour to it if you want to make it dirty and stuff like that. It's fantastic. And because it sets hard, you know that it's not going to come off the bases. Now, I just thought I'd give you a very quick demonstration. So I occasionally top this up with a little tad of clean water, just to give it a mix, just to keep it fresh in there, because obviously I've used half the tub now, and it can dry out, so I always add a little bit of water. And until it sets, when it does set, it is impervious to water. But I, like I say, I top it up occasionally with a little bit of water just to keep it going. Best product I've bought snow-wise for many a year, and I'll definitely be using it again in the future. So anyway, that's the pot. Definitely worth checking that out. Diorama texture paint, Snow Effect White it's called. So I'll put that down there. So I've got a couple of figures that I've recently painted, and they're ready to have some snow put on their bases. And as you can see, I've already decanted some snow onto an old Pringles lid, and I've added a little bit of water there so that I can work with it. Nice fresh clean water, so I don't get the snow dirty, because I want this to look fresh. So let's take a figure. Just take a tiny bit. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm missing a step. I normally get the base a little bit wet where I want to put it, because it helps with the adhesion. And then I'll just take a tiny little bit, just enough to work with. So it is a bit fiddly, but and then I will just pat it on. And as I say, this can be, I've got a slightly damp brush, not too wet, so just scrape off a little bit. And I don't think you can see that there. So I'm just going to flatten it, because I want it to be like undamaged snow, untrampled snow, so it's a nice smooth surface. And when that sets, that will be rock hard. And I've used spray varnish over the top, it doesn't seem to affect it. And certainly for the figures that I've been using and playing with, it seems to be resistant to handling. Some snow effect stuff that I've stuck onto bases falls off, it rubs off. This stuff, rock hard, brilliant. So I'll just put a little bit more on. Again, I will add a little bit of water. Take another little chunk. Mash it on. And then like I say, I'm going to finish it off to give it a nice smooth surface. I'm just going to squish it down with the side of a damp brush. And there you have a patch of unmelted snow on the ground. Obviously you can rough that up, you can make it dimpled with the brush to make it look like trampled snow, but I find that is really quite a nice looking effect. And I usually add some sort of winterized frosty tufts as well on a lot of my Frostgrave stuff. But there you have it in its most basic form. Nice simple plastic figure, one of the North Star figures for Frostgrave, with a wash just to give it a bit of definition. I'd done that in about, I did the 2 figures took me about an hour, and I've left them to dry for a couple of hours, and now I'm doing the snow on the bases, and then I'll give them all a varnish a little bit later. But there you go, one of my favourite products. I just wanted to share that with you. Tamiya Snow Effect. Well, I hope you found that interesting. Hopefully it's a product that you're not familiar with, or maybe you know about it but you've never tried it before. So as I say, I highly recommend it. So that's it for now. As always, please stay safe, and visit my blog, Biggley's Miniature Adventures, and obviously if you've got any suggestions for these little videos, anything else you'd like me to talk about, or things that I do that you'd like to know a bit more about, please drop me a line in the comments below, and I'll see if I can make it happen. But in the meantime, look after yourselves, stay safe, and see you next time. Bye.